Boy. I'm doing like I'm Count Dooku as a Jedi, except my saber's red for no reason. And I look like a jackass because I'm trying to avoid hitting my laptop, my bed, or the light fixtures up in my college dorm. I'm sure my poor roommate's thinking, what the hell is this idiot doing?
Hello and welcome to another Mugman Reviews, where today we're taking a look at my friend Matt's custom, I guess the Count lightsaber from Saberforge, except with the red powder coating. He originally didn't want and got by freak accident, but boy has it grown on him. And I think I just turned this son of a bitch on. Now, if you're thinking that doesn't look like a Saberforge blade, well, that's because it's not, actually. It's this lightsaber's blade. You see, Matt had one of the heavy dueling blades, and kind of messed it up and removed the cellophane. I wasn't entirely sure what it was. I'm pretty sure I told him just to remove the extra bit of hot glue and not everything else, but removing the extra bit of hot glue really fucked this thing up. That's on me and that's on him. But lucky for me, I had a spare blade. So that means I can still do this review. And boy, is this a cool saber. Now, since I can't find the blade plug it came with, I'm just using one of my own, but imagine this is the standard, you know, Saberforge blade plug. This saber is really fucking cool. And I think I just changed the sound font. But yeah, other than this piece like being broken off, and like if I swing it around it'll fly off, which you'll probably see later on in this video, the details, you know, other than of course the inaccurate powder coating, are spot on. Like, this saber looks exactly like, you know, Darth Tyrannus' lightsaber. Like, maybe one might make the argument it's slightly not as curved as it should be, but other than that, it's like a one-to-one replica, if you ask me. Other than something Matt pointed out, there's like a scuff mark here, just a little one, and then I think there was like another one somewhere else. But I don't know, Matt was like, you know, I paid $75 for this powder coating, I would expect it to be flawless. But that's just our boy Matt in a nutshell. Cover tech wheel, pommel, and the recharge port, and of course the button being this button right here. This is in fact compatible with a Galaxy's Edge, you know, lightsaber belt clip, so it's probably compatible with a lot of other ones too. Although something to take note of, since there isn't an LED in the switch, I have no idea if this thing is actually charging or not. It did come with this nice durable charger that's probably only going to last about 10 fucking days or something. You know how it is. So let's put the blade back in and let's go over some features of this thing. And one of the flaws I kind of have with it.
So this saber. Smooth swing, RGB. My one problem with it, well, there's a couple of issues, but I think overall, a great saber. Ah, hey! The beast came out! I'm just gonna set that on my bed here. The thing is, like, you can hold down this button, and it'll change sound fonts, but also you can hold it down, and I do believe you can twist the saber. Maybe it's just with the colors, actually. Because I'm trying to hold down this button right here, and twist this to do a lot of this stuff is fucking ridiculous.
Fulcrum. Prodigal son.
Prodigal son. Yeah, so this is like the episode 6 Luke Skywalker font. Yep, definitely episode 6 Luke Skywalker. So I guess
Dark side relic.
With this one, the easiest thing is to just hold it down. I mean, if you can somehow hold this down and twist it more competently than I can, so you can actually go backwards and forwards with the sound fonts, more power to you. I, on the other hand, cannot. I do believe this is a Golden Harvest. So it's a Golden Harvest V3 with maybe like 10 to 14 sound fonts. I haven't actually looked at the number. This ain't a, you know, profy board, but, that just sounds fucking evil. I don't know, but I'm sorry, as I was saying, it's not a profi board. You can't modify this board. But there are 14 smooth swing sound fonts, so what's not to love? So upon looking at the user guide and counting these out myself, there's like 24 to 25 sound fonts here. Which is really cool. All smooth swing. You know, it's some different unique sounds. I think I have this right now in like a Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy font. Judging by like the Star Wars noise it made. That, and these kind of sound like episode 5, 6-ish Jedi Knight series sounds. So I got this thing held here, and I've been trying to get it to the right red, and it looks more like an orange red on this blade, but not too sure how it's turning out on camera. It's looking pretty red there, mostly. I don't know. How does that look like to you guys? I might get into like this shit, and I'm gonna look like an idiot while doing it. And I got a blaster deflex and all that. There's apparently blade lockup, but this button can be really sensitive, but I have no idea how I'm supposed to do that with this. I don't really get lockup here.
Choose blade color.
Okay, well, while we're doing this, this is how you change the color. You gotta move the saber around. So I guess there's, you know, an infinite range of colors here. You know what? I gotta buy one of these for my friend and leave it on this mode. It's like, here's your rainbow saber, dude. But no seriousness, let's see here. Maybe I'll just do some random shit.
Choose flash color. Choose color profile saved.
Okay, this is definitely more of a white in person, but for some reason my camera is picking it up as blue. But I will say, as much as I love my budget smooth swing saber, I wish I could customize some of these things. Okay, I was just messing around with it, but now I think I've gotten into blade effects. Got some flickering. Pulsing.
No sound. Unstable. Pulse.
Hear that pulsing. Okay, let me actually turn this. Well, I don't want to turn it off because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that menu again with this button. But look at this pulse, or lack thereof, compared to this. Great. So compare moving this thing around to change the color compared to this just doing what it does. And the real question is, if I turn these things off, well actually, yeah, of course, if I try to turn these things off, they stay in one color. It's freaking amazing. And I guess I gotta put an epilepsy warning here in the beginning. And look at this brightness compared to this brightness. Yeah, of course I can't really hide it, I just gotta turn this thing off. Now I don't know how charged either one of these sabers here, but here, look at this. And this. I mean, in person, this one looks slightly brighter, but I also haven't charged this thing in like a week and a half. You know, as cool as this saber is, unless you're holding it like this, how are you supposed to do a whole bunch of blaster deflects? Like, seriously, because the button's all the way down here. I mean, I like the saber, and I like the overall looks, and I would hate for there to be a button to screw that up, and I know this piece up here can't be a button, but, like, I don't know, you could make, like, a really small switch somewhere, like, here. Like, right here, just press the button right where my pinky is. Or even right here where my middle finger is. Either one of those would have been fine. Not to mention, this button feels like it's too sensitive, but also feels like I'm not pressing it half the time, because it doesn't do anything.
I mean, there's no, you know, LED in the switch that blinks to tell you that you're actually doing something. No vibrations or anything like my TXQ Saber. Nothing. I mean, the vibrating switch is kind of annoying, but and anything to indicate I'm actually doing something.
Okay, and there's like other things like force pushes and stabs. So like for force push, it says hold the button while twisting the saber parallel to the ground, like this. So
Choose blade color.
no, okay, not like that. So was that a stab or was that just a clash it made? It says this saber stabs like hold the saber parallel to the ground and use a stabbing motion to activate the effect. Alright. Okay, I guess that was a stab. Actually, it seems to be rather consistent. Okay, well that was probably more just a clash, but I don't know. That's cool-ish. Okay, never mind. I made the stab blue, but yeah, that is definitely a stab. I'm so glad we could prove this without a very long and costly bullshitty trial. But yeah, it stabs. And I have no idea how to do the other things like force push, especially not with this button, but they have them. And perhaps I ought to include a full user guide since I kind of suck at this. But can you blame me when I got something like I gotta hold this down and... I guess that was it. Alright, never mind. There's the force push. So, how did you do that practically? What, like, hold the saber here? Yeah, there's no way you can do this with one hand with the saber, unfortunately. I mean, as cool as this saber looks, I'd hate to say this, but practically, not quite there because of this button being here. I don't know, this isn't like a Neo Pixel board, but like, an auxiliary button would really help. Okay, so you hold, to change colors competently, what you gotta do is hold it, and twist. Because I've been doing that wrong this entire time. Also, actually, let me just,
Choose color profile save.
to actually get to that, what you gotta do is hold this down and then...
Choose blade color.
Yeah, you gotta like give it like a split second and then you do the flick, twist, move, something. Great. You know, I can't wait to have to show my friend how to use his own lightsaber. This is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, and moving it up or down seems to move it towards the opposite ends of the spectrum here. In the meantime, let's just keep it here and let's twist it. Now, per my friend's request, I got this thing in mostly shades of reds and orange for all these effects. But yeah, all in all, I would definitely recommend this, although maybe see about that button situation, because this button can be a bit of a pain in the ass. That's cool. Now, I still haven't quite figured out how to do a blade lockup. I do believe the directions said. I gotta hold for 2 seconds, then hold for 0.5 seconds. 1, 2, 1. There we go! Yeah, good luck doing that with this saber in, like, the middle of the fight. Like, for this one, you just hold down the button and hold down the button for one blink, and then here we go. Looks cool, though. Looks very cool. Guess we can get into, like, a price evaluation here. I mean, I'm pretty sure this hilt as an empty hilt alone will cost you, like, $200 bucks. Heaven forbid, with a Golden Harvest 3 soundboard, probably more like 600. But for 600, there's a lot of sound fonts, like, claims to have, like, 13 pre-installed fonts here. But, I did a count, and I swear to you, there was, like, 24 or 25. Which is, insane. Crazy. Maybe that's why this thing was so expensive. Matt asked for a bunch of added sound fonts he didn't even know he wanted or needed. I mean, it makes sense. Now I kind of want to go have an epic lightsaber duel. Wow. You know, this thing really must be bright, because, maybe it's my camera, but I'm holding these things side to side, and the red isn't just getting drowned out. This isn't looking like, you know, a red tube, and this looking like a lightsaber. They're still both looking pretty lightsaber-like, which is pretty awesome. Say, here we go with, you know, changing all this. This happened by freak accident. Wonder why there's nothing to change the volume. Here we are on the Phantom. I was gonna show off a whole bunch of soundboards, but boy is it a pain in the ass. So I'm instead just gonna show off the couple I just recorded footage for in this. Okay. There we go. There we go. Boy, is this difficult to do.
Keep in mind, there's literally infinite variety here, so here's that red compared to this red. But for the most part, at least down at the base, or when the farther away you get from it, looks very, very lightsaber-like on camera, but you know how it is. Oh wow. Okay, the Saberforge must be much brighter, because that thing looks really dim by comparison. So I wonder if that keeps happening when it's compared to other colors. I guess not, because now it's getting drowned out depending on the color. I say we were whacking these things together just fine, it looked great. But not anymore. Weird. I really do gotta thank my friend for letting me do this, because I've only ever held, like, this, my THQ Sabers kind of bootleg version of this, and some Ultra Sabers in my life. This has to be the first Saberforge lightsaber I've actually ever held. And say what you will about, like, the, you know, person who runs the company. What was the wait time? The wait time for this was really long. But this saber's really fucking cool, and has a lot of effects, and possibly a lot of sound fonts, provided I didn't miscount like an idiot. Like, this only has 9, and this thing has, like, 13 to 25. Like, just, wow. I mean, I do love my budget saber here. It's a very, very, very good budget saber. But it seems that once again, you get what you pay for, and getting this for 99 bucks is awesome, amazing, way better than you can get from anywhere else. But this is a real fucking beauty. This thing's fucking amazing. Really fucking amazing. Almost makes me want to buy just the soundboard and shit, and then put that in a lightsaber. However, I cannot. But yeah, all in all, this I would highly recommend. And my friend wanted me to do this video now because he's about to get this sumbitch upgraded. Yeah, he's gonna make it a full NeoPixel lightsaber for $75 more. Which is cool and all, but like, I don't know, man. I don't have anyone who wants to actually duel here, but this saber would be a really great dueling saber. I mean, obviously, that's kind of why Count Dooku made it the way it was. Not just for the elegance, but for the control and better maneuverability. I guess you can still duel with like a heavy-grade NeoPixel lightsaber, but yeah, all in all, that's my review. Highly recommend. The details are great. The sound is pretty good. Still not crazy about this speaker. Maybe it's also because it's kind of blocked there. There's like the amount of sound fonts and effects are pretty cool, just a little difficult to pull off. So I give this a Mugman rating of like, let's see, I guess we're doing it the Sonic rating, really. So S rank is like perfection, A rank is, well, amazing, B is like very good, and C being like solid, and, you know, D's and F's. I'd have to give this maybe, let's give it just an A, just like a flat-out A, like a 96 or something, rather than like an 120. Just S rank just goes up from like, let's say 101 to anything above that. This thing is so fucking cool. And despite like the minor things like the scuff marks or my own incompetence paired with the difficult to use button, this thing is still bloody amazing. Okay, not to sound pessimistic, but upon further reflection, maybe more like an A-, because, you know, holding this button and like trying to do the gestures here is really that much of a pain in the ass. Like, for example,
suppose I'm trying to, you know, do a force push. I gotta hold this down and... I think that just became a stab. I gotta hold this thing down and twist. So, suppose I'm trying to do a gesture with that. What do I do? Like, okay, not that. Once again, still blaster.
Choose blade color.
Son of a bitch. See, this is the thing that's preventing it from being, like, a solid S. So, you know, I would say these things are kind of minor, but they're also the most annoying things, so... Saberforge, if you ever do a V4, these would be the things to improve on. Or, you know, just modify this hilt slightly, because I'm sure doing this with, like, a hilt that has, like, a normal button, I'm sure it's way easier. In the meantime...
All in all, that's my review, guys. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and have a good day, everyone. I would love to post a video of me dueling somebody with this.